Hello, this is Aini. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the observance of Ramadan here in Oman. So in particular, I'll be talking about the rules and regulations, so you would be guided on what to do. And probably talking, of course, I'll be talking about fasting hours or the Ramadan hours and the so-called like what is the notion behind the public place, and of course when is that Ramadan hours being observed. Now I am also inspired to do this video because some of my friends, they have messaged me, they asked some particular questions regarding the month of Ramadan. So to answer these questions, so I feel like to share some information which I believe would be very helpful to them and to all of us. So for now, let me start by reading to you the question which was asked to me by Laika. She asked me if a non-Muslim is exempted to eat even in public places. Okay, so her question seemed to be very generic, right? Okay, to answer that one, so I just would like to be very, to clarify you guys here, that I'll be talking only all the specific rules and regulations which are mandated here in Oman. Though it might be also present or applicable to some parts of the GCC countries, but then there are also some rules and regulations that are true to them which are not true to Oman, or are true to Oman which are not true to them as well. So just to be very specific, so I just would like to tackle about Oman as per se. Now, with regards back to the question, if the non-Muslims are allowed to eat in public places even during the Ramadan hours, the answer to that is a big no. No. Why? Because article number 277 or article number 277 of Oman Penal Code clearly stipulates that Muslims and non-Muslims should abide the law which says no drinking, no eating in public places, which is applicable to everybody. When we say applicable to everybody, those who are covered with the article number 49 of Oman Penal Code, which defines the criminal liability age, which defines the criminal liability age that starts from the age 9. So in other words, if we are still covered under this article number 49 of the Oman Penal Code, then we are not exempted at all. However, okay, those very young children, they could be able to eat and drink even in public places, even during the hours or the Ramadan hours, because they are exempted under the article number 49 of the Oman Penal Code. But the rest of us, we are not exempted. So in other words, since we are not exempted, so we could not just disobey the law. We have to follow it. No drinking, no eating during Ramadan hours. Now, the next question is that, when is Ramadan hours? Okay, it's a very good question. When is Ramadan hours? Now, the Ramadan hours will start as soon as the Adhan is heard. So the Adhan is heard after the so-called Sari. Sari, I think this is how the Arab people pronounce it, Sari. Sometimes they drop the I like S-E-H-R, S-E-H-R only. But sometimes there is the S-E-H-R-I. So it's called Sari. Sari is pre-fast meal before the sun rises. So that is being observed between 3:45 to or 3:55 a.m. So as soon as the Adhan is already heard, Adhan is the formal call for prayer. So there, the Ramadan fasting hours is already observed. So that means the entire course of the day, the Ramadan fasting hours is already being observed. So that will only be broken or by the so-called post-fast meal, which is also termed as iftar, and that is at 6:45 p.m. But during the course of the day, as soon as there was the adhan being heard in the mosque, and also the entire course of the day before the post fast meal, so it is still considered as Ramadan hours, and there are no restaurants actually or any shops for foods that are open during that time. So that means no drinking, no eating. Now the other question is that as to what is the notion of the so-called public place. So, for example, you feel so hungry, you want to drink water, you want to drink your fizzy drink, or you feel like, oh, can I just make an excuse? Probably I would like to jump into my car, or maybe you would like to jump into your car, and you are going to eat your favorite fish and chips. Well, that's my favorite actually, fish and chips, or maybe your favorite deluxe from Baskins and Robbins. My favorite again, like the ice cream with vanilla or strawberry, or maybe mango or caramel. Oh my god, I feel like eating now. So or maybe you are going to enjoy drinking your fizz drink, or maybe your sodas inside your car, and you think that you are exempted of doing so. Well, if you're going to do that, you have to think twice. Why? Because even if you are inside your car, for as long as you could be seen outside by the people outside, so that means you are being watched by the people. People are watching you, what you're doing inside your car. Well, that is still considered public. So since it is public, so that is against the law. And when it is against the law, you are answerable for that one because that is punishable by the law. So in other words, you could not make that as an excuse at all. Not at all. Okay, so I hope it is clear on your part. So just to give you a recap on everything, remember that there is no excuse for everybody. That is under, whether you are Muslims or non-Muslims, under Article number 277 of the Oman Penal Code, which is again being accompanied by the so-called Article number 49, which defines the liability, criminal liability age, which starts from age 9, and of course the different observance on the time frame from the time that then is being heard. So during the entire day course, during the entire course of the day, that is still considered as Ramadan hours, and it will only be broken once the post-fast meal is already observed, which is the iftar at 6:45 p.m. So now, if what do you think are the different consequences in case you are not going to follow, in case you are going to disobey, or I am going to disobey? The consequence is that you are going to serve, like for example, in the jail, not less than 10 days. Oh, that's not a wonderful staycation at all. That is just a nightmare. Or not exceeding 3 months. And take note of this one. There is no money involved at all. That means there is no fine. And the only legal punishment that will be served is that you are going to serve the number of days inside the jail, whether not less than 10 days, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, and not exceeding 3 months, depending, of course, the seriousness of the crime that you committed, or the gravity of the offense that you had committed. So, in other words, you don't want guys to happen that to you, right? Neither me. I don't want that to happen. So, if you don't want, then we have to avoid those things. We have to follow the rules. We have to always see to it that we are a law-abiding citizen in this country. Otherwise, we are going to see ourselves in hot water, and we don't want that to happen at all. Now, for those of you who are expat working and living here in Oman, for those of you who are planning or has the tendency to visit Oman or to come to Oman, and for those of you who are here now in Oman, like for example the tourists or the travelers here in Oman, so I hope I was able to give you some important information or some important details with regards to the observance of Ramadan here in Oman. So I hope that they are helpful on your part. And for those of you who are new to my channel, please give me a favor by hitting the link description below. Click like, please. And of course, click subscribe for more videos from me. So this is Amy again, your friend here, saying paalam in Filipino language, masalama in Arabic, and goodbye in English. See you until next time. Bye.